Welcome friends to my kitchen. My name's Susie and we are cooking for a crowd. Today's crowd is a group of about 30 women who are getting together to learn how to line dance. So I am volunteering to provide some healthier, lighter side treats to enjoy together and drink some refreshing water bottles. So come on in with me to my kitchen and we'll get started. First on the docket is we're going to cut up a watermelon. Always remember to start with washing your hands. Then, here's a little trick. If you're cutting with any type of a cutting board, to prevent slipping, just put a wet washcloth underneath the cutting board and then everything will stay secure and it won't slide around. My favorite way to cut a watermelon for a crowd is cut it simply in half. Use a good knife. This is like a good one. Okay, then we're gonna just make vertical cuts and then just turn it and then make vertical cuts again. From here, you can just put it on a platter, on a plate, and serve it as is, and people can come and pick up like a watermelon. Today, however, for my group, I think I'm gonna just make simple cubes. So from this point, you just take a piece and cut it into bite-sized cubes. Easy peasy. Next up, we're gonna prepare our tortellini for our skewers. Add a bag of refrigerated tortellini to boiling water, and don't forget to add about a teaspoon of salt to that water. You're gonna cook for about 4 minutes, then drain and rinse under cold water. Fogged up my glasses. Okay, now we're at the point where we're gonna assemble the skewers. We've got olives, cherry tomatoes, and I like the Italian dry salami versus the Genoa salami. I like this better. I think it's a little saltier, brinier taste, and it has those little flecks of black pepper in them. So I prefer to have this type of salami on the skewer. I've got the mozzarella balls and fresh rinsed basil, and we're just gonna go ahead and assemble. I found that these cocktail skewers were the perfect size to make these beautiful antipasta skewers. You're gonna start with the olives, then the fresh mozzarella ball, basil leaf, and then I folded over a piece of salami into quarters, added the cold chilled tortellini, and topped with a tomato. You could see these go together very easy. I did all of these in under 10 minutes, and they're just so fresh, and you could make as many or as little as you want. Next, you're gonna use a really good olive oil. I got this at the Rocky Mountain Olive Oil Company in Fort Collins, Colorado. That's the closest place to where I live in Laramie. And I also found this blood orange balsamic glaze, and I topped it off with a sprinkling of black pepper. These were so good, and they look so fresh. When I make the dip, I just use sour cream and Hidden Valley Ranch dip, and I add extra dill and garlic and onion powder. With the fresh vegetables that come in the bag, I just rinse the bag under cold water, smush it around a little bit, and then drain and dry off on a towel. I do that with all the vegetables. And for the cauliflower, I highly recommend using a fresh head of cauliflower and cutting it up yourself. It doesn't take that long, and it's just fresh and it tastes better. There's no yellowing or discoloration compared to the pre-cut bagged stuff. I topped it off with the remaining cherry tomatoes from the skewers, and look how good this looked. It was so fresh and yummy. I used the rondellet garlic and herb cheese spread for the cucumber sandwiches. I spread the cheese spread on the white bread, put 4 slices of cucumber, and alfalfa sprouts on top, sprinkled with just a little bit of salt, and then cut those up into squares. For the ham and cheese and turkey and cheese sandwiches, I just used good old Best Foods real mayo and sliced some fresh cheddar cheese and did the lunch meat and cut them in triangles. They were so simple and so light. Everyone loved them. And this was the perfect lighter side treat offering that I had for our ladies' night out for learning how to light dance. It was really fun.